The whole world is planting the seeds of dependency. Everyone on everyone else, and look at the horrible harvest in both the planter and the one who reaps. Little children have been taught that. Try to get something from someone else, and maybe get people to depend on you, so that in turn you can trade back and get what you want. And the whole world is a wreck. Now we're talking to you. We're going to look at this business of you being dependent on something outside of yourself. And here's where I want you to start. Think of the phrase, inner strength. All right. Now, inner strength. You have heard it. You have heard the words, and I just repeated the words, inner strength. It doesn't mean anything to you except words, because you don't know what inner strength means. Oh, because you're going to the football game, or maybe it's the baseball game, and you're going to the theater, and you're building this dependency upon something outside of real inner strength, therefore you don't know what it is, and here's how you find it. Drop all dependency. What else? See, you want something profound, I give you something simple and you reject it. Drop dreadful dependency. DDD, drop dreadful dependency. Your lack of recognition of it is appalling. Test. Experiment. If what was taken away, would you fall? What are you leaning on, and what prop, what post, if it was taken away, would you fall down? Oh, dozens of them maybe. Please, why do you wait till the prop is pulled out from under you before you see it? That is what causes suffering. That causes an acute suffering. You're suffering when you're leaning. All leaning is pain. And you wait, and I'll tell you something you don't know. You wait with secret glee for the day when you have a repetition of the familiar pain of the breakup of the relationship or the marriage or the finances or whatever. You are living in hope of re-experiencing the only horrible thing you have, which is yourself. Therefore, dropping the leaning, the dependency, means you drop everything. That means you don't think anymore as you think tonight. If you go out of here thinking in the same way, you're leaning in the same way, and you'll be afraid in the same way. And you will want to be with other people who are planting the same seeds of dependency that you are, hoping in some way to get in on the harvest. I wonder how alert you were in the last 30 seconds. Your harvest is pain, and you know it. How can you sit here and deny that you're in love with something that hurts? You are. How many hurt? Come on. How many hurt? Why do you cling to it? You cling to it because you won't let go of it, right? You know, all of you are always asking the question, aren't you? Is there hope for me? Aren't you? You come here and you hear these principles and you know they're right. There's something in you that knows they're right, but you can't get it right. When am I going to break through? I know that's right, but when is something going to happen? How long am I going to be a student instead of a knower? Right? Anytime you want. Anytime you will dare to experience something that has no relationship whatever to you. Do you expect self-worshipers to do that? Do you expect people who are in love with themselves to do that? Do you expect you to do that? You were never going to do it. Something has been provided for you that you have never accepted yet. That something is a recognition of something that is utterly new, utterly different. It's a stranger to you at the start. And let me tell you what it is. The gift of God is a nothingness. Well, aren't you everything? Aren't you everything you know and cherish and love? How do you talk about yourself all the time? Start with that. Maybe get a little recognition here somewhere. You know, isn't there a song called You're My Everything? Let's change it to I'm My Everything. Sing it sometime. I'm my everything. All right. Where did you ever get the notion that you can have you and have peace of mind? Where did you ever get the notion that you can have you and have the lamp that takes you through the jungle? And here's the difficulty. It's impossible for you to conceive of anything but you. I know that. I understand that. I see it as a problem and as a barrier. How can you do anything but think about you? You can't. It really is. It's absolutely impossible for thought to rise above thought. When are you going to say in a different way, ask in a different way, is there hope for me? You know, how many of you have ever deceived another person? Yourself, yeah. All right. See, your petty little minds work so repetitiously, you think you could deceive God. You really believe that you are asking for transformation. You really believe that you're requesting something higher than what you now have. You're saying the words. You don't mean them. All right. Oh, I tell you, there's hope for every sinner. There's hope for every liar. For every person who's so deep in the jungle, he doesn't know how deep he is. He thinks 2 steps and I'm out. 10,000 steps and you're still 10,000 miles away from the edge of it. That's the way it is. But why? I'll ask you a question. Why should you be afraid to be lost in the jungle? Who is being afraid? Who's crying out, God help me, lead me out? How did I get here? Why did God put me on this world? Why did that man marry me and leave me? Why is this world such a rough, tough place? I hate it. You don't really hate the world. You hate what you don't get. from a hateful world. You're part of it, right? Aren't you a part of everything you hate? You know that. Think of the word recognition, then. A recognition that all you have ever known is dependency upon what seems to be you, which is one big fake.